What is up, my friends, and welcome to the UFL Week In Review, one of the longest running podcasts in UFL history, because there's only been like 20 episodes. On this week's episode, we recap week 9 of the UFL season. We've got upsets, we've got fantasy stuff, we've got our awards, and so much more. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and be part of the show. You can email podcast@uflnewshub.com or call 888-430-7692. Make sure you leave us a review on iTunes and Spotify. So with all that being said, let's get into it.
USFL is in business.
The XFL is underway.
There's no doubt spring just got stronger.
All right, my friends, let's get into it. Hopefully you're having a good Memorial Day weekend. Today's Memorial Day. I got a little sunburn from yesterday. It's going to be rainy and dreary. Maybe it's nice where you're at, so enjoy the time. Remember why we're celebrating, honoring those this day. Make sure you remember that, and make sure you just say a little prayer for because we could definitely use that with all the craziness that is about to come down the pike. So with that being said, so hopefully maybe you get to listen to this while you're just chilling by the pool, having an adult beverage or something like that, hanging out with friends or relaxing, whatever you're doing. But it was a great weekend of UFL football. First, let's go over the DFS picks. So I had, lost again. Jordan Ta'amu, I had Matthew Colburn. Dawood Davis, bust at 1. We'll get to that later. Justin Hall, Houston, got me 33 points. Kiki Kuti had a great game, 19 points there. Austin got me 0, and then the Stallions got me 6. So I was kind of at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to this. Let's go take a look at some of the top guys in this. He had Ta'amu. Jacob Sailors got 21 points. Ty Scott got him 8. Kuti, he had him. Hall. Mariner kind of came back. He kind of didn't play very well last week, 17 points. So that was the winning guy. He had Ta'amu, Sailors, Ty Scott, Cote, Hall, Mariner, and the defender's defense got him 137 points. That was the top guy. Ones with 131. Same thing. He had McFarland, Vinny Papali, and Chris Rowland. Yep. And then Hall, Mariner, and defender's defense. That's on that guy's thing. Manny Wilkins was the top one. Sailors, Hall, Sal Canella had a great one. Darius Victor had a good one. Alex Ellis, 11 points. And then the Houston Roughnecks with 4 on the defensive side of things. My picks this week, on week 9, we had the St. Louis Battlehawks. So I busted on all this. So Battlehawks 22, Renegades 36. I got that wrong. Huge upset, really surprising upset, but not surprising because Arlington is on the bad end of the worst teams in the UFL, but actually they play people close. I got the spread, I got the under wrong, money line, everything was a bust. Renegades with the big upset. That was just the upset 1 on Saturday. Upset 2, the Stallions fall to the Brahmas in a low scoring. Got all of that wrong as well. I had the Stallions, I had the over, and I had the money line all on Stallions. They lost. The Brahmas with the big upset. And it's really kind of changing the trajectory. We'll get into that in the awards at the end of the show. What made this playoff starting to look like. I mean, it's not abandoned ship for the Birmingham Stallions just yet per se, but there's definitely blood in the water. We'll put it at that. America's team, DC Defenders, that got that one correct. They scored more points than I thought they did. Jordan Ta'amu showed out. Showboats are the showboats. But I got the spread correct. I got the under wrong. It was over. Defenders 36, Showboats 21. I did get the money line correct. Michigan Panthers, Houston Roughnecks, a lot closer than we thought, but Panthers pull out the win, 26-22. I got the spread correct, the over correct, and the money line correct, so I hit that one pretty good. Finn's parlay lost because I got the Battlehawks in there, and then but I got the over correct on the Panthers Roughnecks game, and then I got the Defenders correct as well, but it was just that Battlehawks surprising loss. I mean, you kind of have to take the Battlehawks and Stallions. You got to ride with it, but this was definitely an interesting what's kind of happened with the playoffs. And on the other parlays, they all kind of busted out. Fantasy football this week, top players, Luis Perez, Jordan Ta'amu, Bryce Perkins, 29 points, Luis Perez, 31, Justin Hall with 28, Manny Wilkins still played well, 28, Noel Henderson for the Roughnecks got 26, Jay Sternberger was a guy that you wanted to keep an eye on, 24 points as a tight end, Adrian Martinez with 19, John Trey Kirkland with 18, and Sal Canella with 18 as well. In our leagues of note, I won this weekend, 65 points with Tamu and Darius Victor playing well. So I'm pretty excited about that. So that's my points for this week. But T Player is still leading the way. I'm second place now. We got 1 week left. So I got to need a T Player did not do well. He got only 12 points. A lot of people just towards the end of the season, just kind of like whatever. And then our fantasy football league for our, we've got the Brahma Stampede. Snap Jordan won 30-48, so he's in the final. And then Jetpack against Omar. Jetpack wins 42-20. So there's your championship game next week. Snap Jordan versus Jetpack. Stay tuned for all that action. Only 2 players, me and Ron, in the pick'em this week. I got 10 points. He got 19. Definitely going to upgrade that. Ron's leading the way, 152 points. Don't know. Didn't play this week. Maybe forgot, on vacation. And then I'm at 76. So this is another thing I'm going to definitely work on the off season. And finally, awards this week. Unexpected MVP, Bryce Perkins, quarterback of the Panthers, 29 points. Do they have a guy now with EJ Perry out? Bryce Perkins, could he be a player in the stretch for the playoffs? We'll have to kind of find out that. We'll get a preview of all that stuff coming up on Thursday. You're not going to want to miss that. Underdog, Justin Hall, even with the Roughnecks, is a bad team. Wide receiver, 28 points. Huge game from him. Fantasy flops and finds, David Davis, 1 point. Hakeem Butler, without A.J. McCarron, 3 points. Matthew Colburn, without Wes Hills, 6 points for the Panthers. So those kind of robust. But, finds, Luis Perez, 31 points. Jordan Tamu, 30 points. Jay Sternberger with 24. And Darius Victor, also a guy that I've been hoping he finally had a breakout game. You can run on DC defenders, that's for sure, because Darius Victor, and they did do that. He had a good game, 18 points. And of course, What the Football, dedicated to the most bizarre and unexpected moments for the weekend. The Battlehawks and Stallions both losing. Could we have a Michigan Panthers San Antonio Brahmas now that Chase Garber is back? It looks like now the Michigan Panthers have Bryce Perkins as their quarterback. Could they ride with those two guys? A.J. McCarron is hurt. We'll see what happens next week. That game is on the line. St. Louis Battlehawks and St. Louis Battlehawks and the San Antonio Brahmas. Winner of that game will host a home playoff game, the conference champion. We already know the Stallions already locked it in there, but did they find a guy in Bryce Perkins for the Panthers that they could give the Stallions another loss this season? So we're going to have to find out. Those championship games are going to be very interesting. So that's it for this week's show. Quick recap, and thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you Thursday for a preview of the final week of the UFL season. As always, God bless, and I'll see you all later.